Welcome to T1 Academy. In our previous video, we have seen the basic models or the basic understanding how the time and work will work, and we have solved some of the basic questions. We have learned what is efficiency, what is total work, and all those things. Okay, those who have not watched that video, please do watch that one so that you can easily understand this video. Okay, now we will see the next level of questions from this time and work concept. Okay, the same concept, time and work, but little bit next level of questions. Now see here, A can do alone a job in 6 days and 12 days. A and B can do alone a job in 6 days and 12 days. Okay, there are two persons, A and B. They can do the job in how many days? 6 days and 12 days. So what is the total work here? 12. LCM of 6 and 12 is 12. And what is the efficiency of A? Efficiency of A becomes 2 and efficiency of B becomes 12. How? 12 by 6 is to 12 by 12 is 1. Please do watch our first video so that you will get a clear idea why we are writing it directly. Okay, now I have total work, I have their efficiencies. Okay, now they began the work together, but 3 days before the completion of job. That means A and B worked together for some duration. So what is their efficiency? 3. Now they began working together, but 3 days before the completion of job, A leaves off. In how many days will the work be completed? Now we don't know what is the total number of days in which the work is finished. Now see students, whenever you see this type of questions, my suggestion is please draw a timeline. Okay, please draw a timeline so that you can easily understand what is happening there. Now assume that my total work is finished in some X days. My total work is finished in some X days. Why? Because in how many days the work will be completed. They are asking us about the total, right? That is the reason I have taken the total work as X days. Now next, but 3 days before the completion of job, A leaves off. That means till X minus 3, in X minus 3 days, who worked, students? For X minus 3 days, who worked? Both A and B, right? Both A and B worked for how many days? X minus 3 days. But when it comes to the last 3 days, who worked for the last 3 days? Only B, right? Only B. Why? What is the reason? A left the job. A leaves off, right? Before 3 days before the completion of the job, A left the job. So that means the last 3 days was worked by whom? Only B. And when it comes to the first X minus 3 days, the work was finished worked by whom? Both A and B. Both A and B, right? Okay. Now by working in this manner, my total work, what it is my total work here? 12. My total work is finished, right? By working in this manner, my total job is done. That means work done by A and B together, as this is your first example, I am writing it clearly. Work done by A and B together plus work done by B alone is equal to my total work. By doing like this, they finished my total work. Okay. Now, work done by A and B together. Work done by A and B together. A and B in one day, they can do what part of work? 3 parts of work. In our last video, we have seen. Efficiency means what? The amount of work done by the given person in the given unit time. That means A and B in one day, they can do what portion of work? 3 parts of work. So, in X minus, for example, if in 2 days, they can do how much work? 3 into 2, right? Similarly, in X minus 3, work done by A and B. A and B together worked for how many days? X minus 3 days. So, 3 into X minus 3. 3 into X minus 3. This is the work done by A and B together in X minus 3 days. Okay, if it is, for example, their combined efficiency is 3. Tell me, that means in one day A and B can do how much work? 3 work. If I say in 5 days they can do how much work? 15 work, right? What you will do? 3 into 5. Similarly here also, X minus 3 days A and B worked together. So, X minus 3 into 3 plus B alone worked for how many days? 3 days. And what is the efficiency of B here, students? We calculated. Efficiency of B is 1. So that means 1 into 3. By doing this, my total work 12 is finished. My total work 12 is finished. Okay, now what happens to these students? 3x minus 9 plus 3 is equal to what? 12. Okay. So now it will become minus 6. When I send to that side, it will become what? 3x is equal to 18. X is equal to what? 6. That means my total work will be finished in how many days? 6 days. 6 days. In that A and B will work for how many days? 3 days. Why? Because x minus 3 is 3. And the last 3 days was worked by whom? B alone. That means by working in this pattern, my work will be finished in how many days? 6 days. So students, whenever you see these type of problems, please try to draw this timeline. Okay, easily you will understand the question and easily you will solve the question also. Now, see the next one. A can complete a piece of work in 20 days. B can complete the same work in 25 days. If they start the work together, but after 5 days, B left the work. In how many days the total work would be finished? Okay. Now see here, students. A can do the work in how many days? 20 days. B can do it in how many days? 25 days. Now what will be my total work here? 100. Okay, LCM of 20 and 25 is 100. Now tell me what is their efficiencies. Efficiency of A will become 100 by 20, it becomes 5. Efficiency of B 100 by 25, what it becomes? 4. See, this is the reason I told you in our last video. We should be very quick in finding their total work as well as efficiencies. What is their combined efficiency? 9. Okay, within 5 to 10 seconds, we should write this data clearly. Okay, now come to the question. If they start work together, but after 5 days, B left the job. That means, and at last they are asking us in how many days the total work would be finished. Total work, not the remaining work, total work. So I will assume my total days is x days. In that, for the first 5 days who have worked, A and B together worked. For how many days? 5 days. A and B. Why? Because if they start together, but after 5 days, B left. That means till 5 days who worked both A and B. Now, the remaining days are how many? X minus 5 days, right? In this x minus 5 days who worked, B left the job means A will work for this remaining x minus 5 days. Now tell me, A and B together in one day they can do how much work? Their combined efficiency is 9, right? So 9 into 5. Why? Because together A and B together worked for 5 days plus A alone worked for how many days? X minus 5, and A's efficiency is how much? 5. So 5 into x minus 5. This is the days worked by A and B, and this is the efficiency of A and B, and this is the efficiency of A, and this is the days worked by A. So this will be equal to my total work, right? This should be equal to my total work 100. This will be equal to my total work 100. So now 9 5s are 45 plus 5 into x 5x minus 25, that is equal to 100. So 45 minus 25 it becomes plus 20. When I send to that side will become minus 20. So 5x will become what for me here overall? 80. So x value will become what? 16. That means in 16 days my total work will be finished. In 16 days my total work will be finished. And if the question is in how many days the remaining work is finished, means what you will tell? A and B together worked for 5 days. Then the remaining work means after B left the job, the work is more progressed for how many days? More 11 days. 11 days. Okay, but here anyway they asked us in how many days the total work is finished. So you can tell in 16 days the total work is finished. In 16 days the total work is finished. Now next one. A can do a piece of work in 25 days and B in 20 days. They work together for 5 days and A goes away. In how many days we finish the remaining work? Same question, but please observe there is one small change here, students. Now A is leaving the job. I need to tell in what day the B will finish the remaining work. Two changes are there. I need to tell the remaining work will be finished in how many days. See here, students, as usual, A can do the job in 25 days. B can do the job in 20 days. So total work will become what for me here? 100. What is the efficiency of A? 4. What is the efficiency of B here? 5. Okay, what is their combined efficiency? Their combined efficiency is 9. These are the times taken and these are the efficiencies of A, B and AB together. Okay, now they work together for how many days? 5 days. And A goes away. In how many days the work will be, B will finish the remaining work. They are asking us the time of the remaining work, right? So instead of taking my total time as x, what I will do is I will divide it into two categories. This is 5 days where A and B worked, and this is x days. This is x days where B alone worked. Now see here, students, What is the difference between our previous case? Why I have taken there the complete time as x and here only the remaining time as x? Tell me. The only reason is here they asked me to find the remaining time. Okay, here also you can take the total time, but you should subtract 5 from that total time. So in order to do, instead of doing all those things, whatever the thing which they have asked, I have taken that as x here. Okay, so x days is b, and initially 5 days was worked by whom? A and b together. In 5 days, A and B together. What is the work done by A and B together in 5 days? 9 into 5. Plus, what is the work done by B in x days? What is the work done by B in x days? B's efficiency is 5. So 5 into x. 5 into x. That is equal to my total work 100. That is equal to my total work 100. So now what happens here? 45 plus 5x is equal to 100. Okay. So now what happens to this? When I send 45 to the other side, it will become minus 45. So 55. X will become what here for me? 11 days. That means the remaining work will be finished in how many days? 11 days. Directly we will get the answer. The remaining work will be finished in how many days? 11 days. Understood, students? Based on the question, we will draw this a timeline. Sometimes we will take total time as x, sometimes only this time as x, sometimes only this time of x. Why? Because the only reason here is we will try to differentiate the things based on the question. Okay? Right. Next one. A and B can do a job in 16 days and 12 days respectively. 4 days before finishing the job, A joins B. Okay. B has started the work alone. Find how many days B has worked alone. B has worked alone. Now see here, as usual, whatever may be the question, as I already told you, A, B, 16, 12, total work will become what for me here? 48. So what are their efficiencies? Efficiency of A is 3, efficiency of B is 4. Okay, and their combined efficiency is how much? 3 plus 4, it becomes what? 7. So this should be done in a quick time. Okay, next, now come to me. 4 days before finishing the job, A joins B. That means A and B together worked for how many days, students? 4 days, right? And B has started the work alone. B started the work alone. Find how many days B has worked alone. I need to find the initial time. So now in my timeline, what I will take? I will assume that for the first x days, B alone worked, and for the last 4 days, A and B together worked. In the last 4 days, A and B together worked. So B in 1 day, you can do what portion of work? 4 parts of work. So 4 into x. Plus A and B in 1 day together, they can do how much work? 7 work. So in 4 days, they can do how much work? 7 into 4. That will be summing up to how my total work, that is 48. So what happens to this 4x here? 4x will become what? 20. So x becomes what here? 5 days. That means initially B alone worked for how many days? 5 days. B alone worked for how many days? 5 days. So very simple questions if you know the concept. Okay, draw this timeline, students. So without any confusion, directly you can write below that. Instead of writing everything in words, you can write like this and you will get the answer. Okay, right. Next one. A can do a piece of work in 45 days and 40 days respectively. They began to work together, but A leaves after some days, and then B completed the remaining work in 23 days. Then after how many days A left the work? Okay, that is the question for us. Pause the video and try to solve this one. A 45 days, B 40 days. Okay, 40 and 45. What is the LCM? Total work will become what? 360, right? Total work will become 360. LCM of 40 and 45 will become what? 360. So now please solve this one. What you will get here? Efficiency of A, 360 by 45, what it becomes? 8. Efficiency of B, what it becomes? 9. 360 by 40, what it becomes? 9. Now A and B together efficiency will become what for me here? 17, right? They began to do the work together, but A leaves after some days, then B completed the remaining work in 23 days. Okay, then A, after how many days A left the work? That is the question. Let us assume till x days, A and B together worked for x days, and after A left the job, B finished the remaining job in how many days? Remaining work in 23 days. B finished the remaining work in how many days? 23 days. And who worked here? Only B worked here. Only B worked here. Now, by doing this type of work, they finished my total work of 360. So X into what is the combined efficiency of A and B? 17, or else 17 into X plus what is the efficiency of B? 9. And he finished the work in how many days? 20. B alone worked for how many days? 23 days. This will be equal to my total 360. So now what happens to this? 17x plus 23 9s are 207. That is equal to 360. So 17x will become what? 360 minus 207. What it becomes? 153. 153. 17 ones, 17 9. So that means A and B initially worked together for how many days? 9 days. Or else in other way we can say after 9 days A left the job. After how many days A left the work means after 9 days A left the work. Understood? Right? This is how we need to find the answer for this type of questions. Next one. A and B can do a piece of work in 30 days, while B and C can do it in how many days? Same work in 24 days, C and A in 20 days. Okay. First of all, this is little bit different. A and B together can do a work in 30 days. B and C can do the same work in 24 days. C and A can do it in how many days? 20 days. Till now, at least one individual time was given for us, right? But here, all the three are combined times. Please be careful. But the process remains same. What will be our total work? LCM of 30, 24 and 20. What is the LCM of 30, 24 and 20 students? What it becomes? 120. 120. 120 will be the LCM. So what are their efficiencies? Efficiency of A and B together. 120 by 30 it becomes 4. 120 by 24 it becomes 5. 120 by 20 it becomes 6. Now see here students, do we have the individual times here? No. Now they all work together for 10 days. When B and C leave, then how many more will A take to finish the work? Okay, first of all, before going to this, to find their individual efficiencies, we will try to find what are the things which I should know here. They all the three worked for 10 days, A plus B plus C, and B and C left then. Now who is working for me? Only A is working. Let us assume A is working for some X days. Like this, they finished my total work 120. Okay, that means first of all I should know their combined efficiency as well as A's efficiency here, right? Now tell me how we can find their combined efficiency. We have AB, BC and CA. Now I will add all the three students. What it becomes? A plus B plus B plus C plus C plus A. What it becomes? 4 plus 5 plus 6. I am adding 3. This and this. Their efficiencies. Efficiency of AB, B, A plus B. Now, can I say this as 2 times of A plus B plus C is equal to 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 6 it is what? 15. Right? 2 times of A plus B plus C is 15. Yes, I can say. Now tell me what is their combined efficiency of A plus B plus C? It is 7.5, right? That means A plus B plus C efficiency is how much? 7.5. Now A, B, C efficiency I know. Next I want only A's efficiency. See here students, B plus C efficiency is how much here? 5. B plus C efficiency is how much? 5. Now I will substitute that efficiency here. So what will be A's efficiency? A plus 5 will become what? 7.5. So A's efficiency will become what? 2.5. Now you have combined efficiency of all the three and you have the individual efficiency of A. Can we find the answer? Yes, we can find. A, B, C are working for how many days? 10 days. So that means what? 10 into their combined efficiency is how much? Their combined efficiency is 7.5 into 10. Why? Because their combined efficiency is 7.5 and they are working for 10 days. Plus, what is the efficiency of A? 2.5. And he is working for how many days? X days, we don't know. That should be equal to my total work 120. That should be equal to my total work 120. So now 7.5 into 10, what it becomes? 75 plus 2.5x is equal to what? 120. When I send 75 to that side, it will become what? Minus 75. So 2.5x is equal to what it becomes? 2.5 means 45. 2.5x is equal to what? 45. Okay, right? Okay. Now, they are asking us what is the, now how many days more will A take to finish the work. So, x value will become what here, students? 45 by 2.5. 45 by 2.5, which will become what for me here? 450 by 25. Can I write it as 450 by 25? Now cancel it. You want, you can go with 5 table or with 25 table, it is up to you. 25 ones to 25, 18s. 25 ones to 25, 18. So that means the remaining work will be finished by A in how many days? 18 days. The remaining work is finished by A in how many days? 18 days. This is how we need to solve the problems. See, actually here they given us the combined one. So first we have written their combined efficiency and we checked what are the things which we should know. A, B, C working for 10 days means I should know all the 3 persons combined efficiency. I found out that is 7.5, and for X days A alone is working, so I should know the efficiency of A. So that is the reason I found out the efficiency of A. For example, if B alone works, I would have found the B's efficiency. Okay, like this, based on our requirement, we will find the things. Understood? Right. Next one. Now, A can do a work in 16 days, B can do it in 36 days and C can do it in 48 days. Okay. A can do it in 16 days, B can do it in 36 days, C can do it in 48 days. C can do it in 48 days. Now, anyway, please observe here one thing, students. 16 is 48 is a multiple of 16, so no need to worry about 16. So take the LCM of 16, 36 and 48. Take the LCM of 36 and 48. That is enough, students. 36 and 48. What it becomes? 36 and 48. The LCM is 144. 144. See, students, how I have written this one quickly means very simple. 36 and 48, if I think it will take more time. But what I have done is, I have taken this as 3, 4 into 12. 12 3s are 36, 12 4s are 48, right? So now what is the LCM of 3 and 4? 12. So 12 into 12, what it becomes? 24. 12 into 12, what it becomes? 24. Sorry, 144. That is the reason I have written it quickly, that LCM is equal to 144. Now tell me what is the efficiency of A? 144 by 16, 9. So 144 by 36, what it becomes? 4. 144 by 48, what it becomes? 3. Now, these are their efficiencies. Now come to their working culture. A, B and C start working together. After working 4 days, A left. Then after 5 days, B also left. Then in how many days? C complete the remaining work. Now please see here, students. This is very, very important. A, B and C, all the 3 started the work. But after working for 4 days, A left the job. That means for 4 days, who worked? Tell me. A, B and C worked. Okay. Next. Then after 5 days. Now from this instance onwards, more 5 days. Understood, students? From this instance onwards, more 5 days. More 5 days. After 5 more days. Now, after this instance, who are working, tell me? A left to the job means for this 5 days who will work? B and C will work. And for the remaining days, that means let us assume this X days, who will work? C alone will work. By working in this manner, my total work 144 work will be finished. My total work 144 work. Now, A, B, C and 4 days. What is their combined efficiency? A, B, C. 9 plus 4 is what? 13. 13 plus 3, it becomes 16. So 16 into 4 plus, this is the work done by all the 3 together. 16 into 4 plus, and next B and C. What is the combined efficiency of B and C? 7. They worked for how many days? 5 days. So 7 into 5. This work plus work done by C will be X into what is the efficiency of C? 3. This will be equal to what? My 144. 144. 16 4s are 64. 7 35s are 7 5s are 35. So 64 plus 35, what it becomes? 64 plus 35, it becomes 99. 99 plus 3x is equal to what? 144. So 3x value will become what here? 45. So x value becomes what here? 15. That means C alone finishes the remaining work in how many days? 15 days. C alone can finish the remaining work in how many days? 15 days. 15 days. Don't do anything. Simply draw this timeline and below that write down directly what is the work done by them in that particular time. Okay? Right? Next one. A can do a piece of work in 25 days and B in 20 days. They work together for 5 days and then A goes away. In how many days B finishes the remaining work? Simple. Pause the video and try to solve it, students. 25 days, B in 20 days. So my total work here will become 100 and efficiency of A becomes 4, efficiency of B becomes 5. Okay. Now they together work for how many days? 5 days. A and B together worked for how many days? 5 days. And the remaining work will be finished by B alone in some X days. So work done by A and B in 5 days is what? A plus B, what it becomes? 9. So 9 into 5 plus X into what is the efficiency of B? 5. This should be equal to my total work 100. Okay. So what it becomes? 45 plus 5x is equal to 100. So 5x value will become what here? 55 and x will become what? 11. That means the remaining work will be done by B in how many days? Just 11 days. Okay. In 11 days B will finish the remaining work. Next one. Right. Now see here. P takes 10 days to complete 40% of a task, while Q takes 18 days to complete 75% of. See, the similar one already we have done. P takes 10 days to complete 40% of task. That means P 40% of task in how many days? 10 days. Tell me the 100% of task will be done in how many days? 40% in 10 days. So 100%. So 40, how 10 will become 40? Into 4, right? Similarly, that means here you are dividing it with 4. Similarly, divide it with 4, what you will get? 100 divided by 4, what it is? 25 days. That means P can finish 100% of job in how many days? 25 days. Next, Q takes 18 days to complete 75% of same work. You will do 75% of work in how many days? 18 days. Then 100% of work. See here, students, very simple. 75 means 3 25s, right? So divide 18 with 3. What it is? 6 days. That means 125 in 6 days. So 100 means 425. So it will become 24 days. That means Q is going to take 24 days to finish this work. Right? Next. P and Q start a work together, but P leaves the work after a few days. Q continue to the work alone for 3 days. Okay. Now, we got the total times. P in how many days? 25 days. Q in how many days? 24 days. Okay, 25 and 24. Now total work will become what? 25 into 24. Why? Because these two are co-primes. So 25 into 25, it will become what? 600. Total work here will become what? 600. What is the efficiency of P here? 24. What is the efficiency of Q here? 25. These are the times, these are their efficiencies. Now, P and Q start a work together, but P leaves the work after a few days. Q continued to work alone for 3 days. If 63% of work was still left, then how many days? Okay. Now, how much portion of work is done by them both? Just 37%. By working in this one manner, the work, if still 63% of work is left for me, not the total work. But means, see, first of all, they together worked for they together worked and finished how much work? Left is 63. So finished will become how much? Finished will become what? 37%. So total work is how much for me here? 600. Total work, that is 100% of work is how much? 600. That means they finished what percent of work? Just 37% of work. 100 into 6 is 600, right? So 37 into 6. 180 plus 42. What it becomes? 222. That means they working together, they finished how much work? Just 222 work, not the complete work here. So now what I will do? For the total timeline I will take. Okay. P leaves the work after few days. Q continued to work for 3 days. That means assume P and Q worked for X days. And after P leaving the work, Q continued the work for how many days? 3 days. So here P and Q, and here only Q. Here only Q. Now see here P and Q together. What is the combined efficiency of P and Q? For 24 plus 25, 49. So 49 into X. Plus Q worked for how many days? 3 days. Q's efficiency is how much? 25. So 25 into 3. By working this, did they finish the complete work? No, they finished just 37% of work. What is 37? Just now we calculated triple 2. Triple 2. So now 49x plus 75 is equal to triple 2. Right? So 49x will become what here for us? Triple 2 minus 75. 70 means it will become 152. 152 minus 5 means it will become 147. 147. So x will become what? 3 days. That means after 3 days, A left the job. After 3 days, A left the job. See here students, this is little bit different and time taking. Why? What is the reason? Two things. They didn't given us the individual times directly. First we need to find the individual times. And after finding the individual times, did they finish the complete work? No, they just finished 37% of work. Why? Because 63% is still left. So then we found that 37% of work, and then our remaining procedure. Instead of asking question directly, here there is many things which we need to sort out. Okay. Right. This is the next level of questions. In our next video, we will see some more important questions, right? Thank you very much.